Good evening. Please remember that every like and comment helps YouTube distribute our movies for more people who appreciate weird pastas. If you are enjoying our work, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. This will help us meet our target of 3K subscribers by the end of January. February 18th, it started 2 months ago in the middle of the night when I woke up to the smell of a woman's perfume. At first, it was almost comforting, like someone walking home late, their scent drifting up through the winter air, but then I remembered I live on the 5th floor. 2 weeks later, the scent returned, stronger, as if the person wearing it had stopped right outside my window, even half asleep, and I knew it was the exact same perfume. I never thought I'd be the type of person to record such things, but here I am at 4:37 a.m. writing about what I've been smelling. Sleep log diary. I'm not sure what to call this. Diary feels wrong, too personal, and too positive. My mom is wrong again. This aroma is totally strange yet oddly intimate, and this morning it returned for the 3rd time. I tried replacing it, but my ex never wore perfume. I even got her some once, but it wasn't her thing. I'm not sure why, but perhaps I'm writing this to show myself that I'm not the sense back at the moment. As I write this, my window is closed. The perfume returns on March 1st. The smell was the same, but much stronger. It felt like someone was outside my window, which I should remind you faces nothing but a 50-ton drop to the pavement. I'm not sure why, and I even considered writing this down. Does acknowledging something give it power? Ever since I started this log, it feels Music 8. Near March 3D, when I went through the duty-free perfume area at the airport today, I considered the possibility that I could match the scent to something tangible and real, anything that would demonstrate my insanity. I must have looked like a real weirdo when I lied my way into the women's area and began sniffing every bottle I could. The salesperson continued to stare at me with suspicion, and nothing even somewhat matched. Perhaps what I'm smelling isn't supposed to be in stores, or perhaps their selection was simply poor. On March 21st, I did something I had never done before. When the aroma hit me, I opened my eyes, and it was so strong that I felt that my only choice was to wake up. It was 3:33 a.m., and no one else would be awake at that hour on a Tuesday except for me. As soon as I moved, the smell vanished. I peered around the room, but all I could see were the shadowy corners of my apartment. I have to admit that I'm afraid because I can't get rid of the feeling that something was there. On May 3rd, I believed that the eerie scent of a woman's perfume would be sufficient to keep me half sleeping and slightly awake for the next few days. The fact that no unusual visitors had arrived began to feel like a minor win. For the first time, I was mistaken. The smell was different, not just different, but putrid. It smelled like sulfur in decomposition had a child, and it wasn't strong enough to wake me up, but I can still clearly recall how it coated my throat and made me gag, even in my dreams. It was like a broken pipe, no longer like roadkill left to rot in the summer heat. I don't even have many references for terrible smells. All I can remember from last night is the stink that surrounded me for a few seconds and how purposeful it felt. I'm concerned that my evaluation of the perfume may differ from this new scent. It must be true that a woman floating outside my 5th floor apartment makes less sense than an explanation of people carrying out the trash. I've been reading horror for 30 minutes before trying to fall asleep, which probably doesn't help. I keep telling myself that I should switch to sci-fi because it's lighter and more imaginative, but I haven't found anything good since reading Andy Weir. On May 10th, the stench returned, stronger than before. It had been 7 days, and my sleep routine was beginning to fall apart. I realized that I'm avoiding the true goal of this diary, which is to comprehend what is happening. The scent was awful, so perhaps tomorrow I'll drive into Nice Reads and see if anything catches my attention. I don't want to make any judgments just yet. May 11th. I lied. I want to draw conclusions first. I was hesitant to search Reddit for answers because, as I expected, nothing similar was reported, or at least not from what I found after searching for hours. The last thing I found was a post from someone who woke up to the smell of smoke and managed to put out a kitchen fire just in time. It was quite a different thing, and I couldn't even tell if the person who posted it was male or female because it was impossible to figure out their username. I asked V, but her response didn't help much. Interesting. I've heard of the occurrences myself, especially the sweet perfume turning putrid vial. I can't find it immediately, but it makes me think of stories people have told about demons and how they attempt to fool people by using their senses. Usually, I've heard about demons trying to pass for children. I wish V hadn't mentioned that. I caught myself posing as a child on May 12th. I kept whispering that I didn't get much sleep today, which makes no sense, but some